2019, I posted Anachronism 2903 to the Anachronisms blog. It's called Thwacking to the Threshold. It has an epigraph. The usual definition of fun is quite comfortable when they are. That's John Ashbery. When there is food to be had, there is food to be eaten, digested, bowed down to with smallish scythe. It is possible that seeds or seedlings dropped accidentally between the front door and the kitchen might take hold and root within this home of solitude where once tears of heartaches or tears of laughter from the children, the mother, the decades gone father, might have made it seem as if the great power brought life afresh into this dank abode. Life can get lost. What of the aftermath of such a loss? Depending on the loss, she mutters as she sinks deeply into the cupboard to pull out a forgotten biscuit stick. The jackpot of the year, she goes on, about the unopened crackers, salt on the wounds, salt on the sea, salt on the chops, and if lucky, a winter cube for the battle axe. Dry of but a trickle of milk for over a year now, which she still sees through her cataracts as the heifer, a gift from a long-gone pastor of a now non-existent church. Unless the husks of corn streaming through a long-forgotten purgatory be a congregation, an existence in search of the next set of poor souls that trudge through the hollow and ascend into this lost stretch of flat, expansive scalp of land, with its thinning, dun-colored, gently swaying, uncut stubble. That hag of a heifer who'd given but that trickle for over a year now. Ah, but she had her golden years, her udder swollen butter and milk for the ages, even a few delicate cheeses. She almost grins, almost cries, her 5 children grown. There were 2 additional that were born still, and 1 dead of the cancer, not even a toddler. Now, somewhere out on the great frontier, for gold, for dreams of a less dank existence, for anything but this. She looks askance toward the bolted door, never knowing anything but the dank, and therefore knowing nothing of dank, the odor of its mildew and mold, a sour luster, with which she has always inhabited without judgment. She walks a distance between kitchen and door, toenails hitting the dirt floor of her home where she's lived alone for some 11 years now, her toes so curled from the years spent threshing for existence, for subsistence. She bends down after brushing the wealthiest of the middling splashes of green on the floor of her home with the nails of her feet. The shock of coolness that from the bottom of her feet to her breast has her breath momentarily caught in a brief but clear encounter with feeling, that elusive desire so easy to forget when a life has long seen nothing such save the depravity of a steadfast home and the wild prairie that envelops it. The devil you know, she suddenly says, as if the phrases were something of a delightful expletive, and she plucks the green from the floor and she takes it into her mouth, all but the dry-caked root, which she holds at her lips as she lets the babes of leaf sit upon her tongue and widen her cheeks for a few seconds, savoring more of an abrupt inhalation than a swallowing of that shallow sweetness that is the brief vapor that the leaves give as they wilt enough to gain a bit of traction toward inevitability.